Yeah, I know, right? Oh, we're rolling. Hello, we're at the roundtable discussion for the Bible of Bike tests. We're talking about the Kona operator. I'm here with Ryan, Squirrel, and Seb. Kona, as a name, just synonymous with big bikes. You know, I mean, just that's what they do. I mean, they're in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, that's what it's about. You know, I was pretty happy with it. My first ride, I thought the rear end was one of the more sensitive of them. The front end felt a little bit high. The geometry felt a little bit tight, but that tight geometry, it gave it a little bit of a free ride kind of a potential.
We adjusted the bars a bit. I mean, as we first got it out of the box, it doesn't have a direct mount stem. It's got that big old block of lead at the front for a stem. So we flicked that around and lowered it down. It made it a bit better for sure. I think lower in the front end. The back end, it is quite, not a long back end, but it's a very stable, it's definitely on the longer end. Mm-hmm. A lot of things, which was kind of good for the stability.
Yeah, at speed it felt pretty comfortable, but getting it through corners, I didn't feel like I could get the rear wheel behind me. Or I mean, I couldn't get it underneath me rather.
What about that top tube though? I love that top tube, like swinging knees over. Like, it's so low, just tucked out of the way.
Very nice low standover. Overall, the bike felt very middle of the road for me, and I think that's really not a bad thing. There's absolutely, I think, nothing wrong with the bike. It doesn't particularly shine, but I think that's okay at the low $3,200 price range. It's, you know, the most budget friendly of the bunch, and I think it's a great bike. I would recommend it.
Oh, and you could have it for years.
Yeah.
Like literally, it just looks bomb-proof. It feels bomb-proof. In no time at all, this bike wouldn't look the same. It would be covered in stickers. It'd be covered from scratches, from wear and tear. And it'd be the kind of bike that would just be in a constant state of muddiness. Yeah. Like it would never be clean. And that's beautiful. There's not many bikes where I'd be quite happy to leave this dirty, put it away dirty, and ride it the next day. Normally,
well, that's the thing. It's not so pretty that you're gonna like need to take care of it. Like you're gonna throw it on the shuttle and not worry about pedals hitting it and it getting, you know, scratched and whatnot. They didn't make it pretty enough to like really care about that. You know, maybe they did that on purpose. You know,
I was super impressed with the code brakes. I mean, so many of these bikes, in the effort to make them lightweight, you know, there's these XO brakes and all that, and a nice quad piston, all the power you want is I think a good choice for it.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect bike for the racer who doesn't have his own mechanic, and racer who's going to use this as his everyday bike or her everyday bike, and just beat the piss out of it and race it on the weekends and you know, ride fast.
It's the beat 'em up, keep it for a long time. You know, the everyman bike. You know, it's the blue collar hucker right there. Most budget, but definitely not the most budget feeling. Right on, Kona.